Squash it,
man. Hey, yo, Dap, come on, man. Don't do that.
Yo, squash
Dap,
it.
please.
Yo, missionaries.
The Jerry curl is popping shit.
Missionettes.
Ready for the world is popping shit. Come on. Now, what's up with that?
Yeah, brother, what do you want?
You ain't no kin to me.
That's right, and we ain't your brothers. How come you college motherfuckers think y'all run everything?
Hey, is there a problem here? Big problems.
I heard that. You come to our town year after year and take over. We was born here, gonna be here, and gonna die here, and can't find jobs because of you.
Yeah. Right. Can we go? Okay, can we just go?
We may not have your education, but we ain't dirt neither.
And ain't nobody said all of that, all right?
You mission punks always talking down to us.
Look, brother, I'm real sorry that you feel that way, okay? I'm really sorry about that.
Are you black?
Take a look in the mirror, man. Look, man, you got a legitimate beef, all right? But it ain't with us, okay?
Are you black?
Hey, look, man, don't ever question the fact whether I'm black. In fact, I was gonna ask your country, Bama ass, why you got them drip chemicals in your head. Right, goddamn it. And then come out in public with a shower cap on your head.
Like a fucking bitch.
Who you calling a bitch, bitch?
Well, if the shoe fit.
Now, I bet you niggas do think y'all white. College don't mean shit. Y'all niggas. And you gonna be niggas forever. Just like us. Niggas.
You're not niggas.
Now, in closing, I want to talk about something that's always been a big issue with me, something that always bothered me to the core. It's the fact that black people in this country use the word, and I'm going to say it just like this, use the word nigger like it's a badge of honor. I think this is the most disrespectful thing to do. It's a hideous word. It's disrespectful to every black man and woman who fought segregation, racism. It's disrespectful. I mean, when I hear this word, I think about Emmett Till, James Baldwin, Harriet Tubman, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Frederick Douglass, all these black men and women fought, put their lives on the line for freedom, equality, and to be treated like a human being. And our people just walk around and use this word. And it got so bad to where people that's not even of color use this word. You have Spanish people use this word. Sometimes you might have a white person using this word. You even had Asian people use this word thinking it's cool. It's nothing cool about it. It's very disrespectful. And any black person who uses this word, my opinion, you should be ashamed of yourself. And you should really think about what I'm saying and stop using the word. I mean, it's just not something to use. I mean, what's your opinion on it?
It's miseducation that goes way back. We banished the word, and then we turned around and let other people persuade us that the best way to kill the word is to take the sting out of it. That's like saying to stop a poisonous snake from biting you, take his teeth out. The bite still hurts. You think that you might have taken the poison out. What if there's enough poison in his saliva to still poison you? He's still a snake. The word needed to be banished. We didn't. We embraced it. And then the word became profitable, and it became that viaduct between us and all the other races that want to be cool with us.
Of course.
Look at the rap game. Where would the rap game? Where would a hardcore rap be without the nigga word? Or better yet,
the bitch word.
The bitch word, nigga word,
Whole
motherfucker,
word.
all of these words. Where would it be? It no longer needed creativity because grit became profit. And the most gritty word to be profited on right now is word nigga. It's the only word nobody beefs about. But call them on the bench. There's a good chance you're going to get a lot of flack from that. Use the word motherfucker. You're going to get a lot of flack from that. They're not profitable words.
But see, it's funny because
there's a lot of money
it's funny.
behind
You
it.
can have two
I'm
women.
not in agreement with
you can have two women, right, call each other a bitch the same way guys call each other niggers.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, hey Will, what's up, my nigga? Mm-hmm. And it's cool, right?
Because we boys,
But if,
and we agree that we can call each other that.
You see the psyche in this. You see
Yes.
the thinking in that.
Yes.
But if a man that's not of color, let's just say the white man, say, hey, you nigga, you gonna want to hurt somebody, or
because now you want
or
to emulate your history because he called it. But
or
what if he's
a
a guy
woman-
you went to school with?
or if a woman goes, oh, that's my bitch right there, that's my girl, that's my bitch.
Once again, in agreement to
You
that's
hear the difference in it. You hear the delivery.
It's
then
endearment.
another woman saying, whatever, bitch.
The time and place.
Yeah.
Because remember, I once saw where a white guy went to school with the black guys. They on the team together, and they boys. He's one of them. They told him that. And they joking back and forth, and they going on anywhere. And then one day, man, oh, y'all niggas is crazy. Yo, my man, what's wrong with you? He goes, wait a minute. Y'all say it all the time, and y'all are friends. I thought I was one of your friends.
But
So
it's the same
I'm
thing
a friends with limits.
Yeah, but
this
see,
is where
but see,
where it gets cloudy.
Here's where the black man or black woman just ain't educating themselves, and also should know better that you shouldn't use that word. Just like with the incident with the other black player on the 49ers, and Richie Incognito was hazing him, and then you got black players calling this white guy honorary nigga. I was like, I was just so deterred with that when I heard that. But see, this is what happens when, this is just the psyche, the thinking of what we do and how we do things.
Right.
Because it's nowhere in the world we should be walking around and anybody should be like, hey nigga, you know, but that's just how things are.
It has gone so far in society, I don't think we'll ever banish the word.
You got big rap stars, Jay-Z, using that word. It's nothing.
He's got an animated cartoon with that word. When you get time,
my thing is
YouTube and see it flabbergasted me when I saw it. And I just watched it twice.
My thing as a black man, I'm never gonna allow anyone to call me a nigga. I'm not a nigger. I've never been a nigga. I don't want to know any.
Well, you know
my thing is, we gotta have more self-respect for one another, for ourselves, because you would never ever hear a Spanish person calling each other spick, or a Jewish person calling each other
kite,
whatever.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I want to say to everyone: you're not niggers. He's not a nigger. I'm not a nigger. Black people, you're not niggers. Let's stop using that word. It really upsets me to use that word. I'm gonna say it one more time. You're not niggers. So what I want to get into again is the Malcolm Jenkins is part of the Players Association. The reason why we're talking about this for a quick minute is because Eric Reed recently got signed by Players Committee.
I'm sorry, I got to keep it right.
Eric Reed recently got signed by the Carolina Panthers. Initially, Eric Reed was one of the first guys who was kneeling with Colin Kaepernick when Colin Kaepernick started his protest. Now, being that he's back in the NFL and has work, our proof and what I'm trying to let people know who don't know why Colin Kaepernick is being blackballed, so to say, or put on the blacklist, however you want to define it. Recently, everyone who knows about the game of football, Alex Smith, who recently broke his leg, played for the Washington Redskins.
Yes.
He recently got hurt. They replaced him with Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy also got hurt.
First game.
They brought Mark Sanchez in, a guy who hasn't thrown a pass in maybe 2 years, who, good guy, no disrespect to him, is nowhere near the player that Colin Kaepernick is. This man has been to the Super Bowl and was one pass away from going back to another Super Bowl. One of the best players in the game with running the read option, was very athletic, can run and pass. And still, he has got no job. So, my issue with this is recently, the Washington Redskins signed a guy named Josh Johnson. And the controversy is, why would you mention that when, or rather, why would you mention you talk to Colin Kaepernick and say that the reason why you didn't give him a chance because he couldn't probably catch up with the offense? This happens normally with teams. If I get traded from one team to another, of course I'm going to have to learn the defenses if I'm a defensive player, or I'm going to have to learn the offense if I'm an offensive player. So here's another excuse why Colin Kaepernick is no longer playing in the NFL, and in my opinion, he'll never play in the NFL again, because here's the thing. When you expose people with money and power, that's a big no-no. And also, he has a big lawsuit against the NFL, so what's the likelihood the NFL is going to hire him again, or make sure they're going to make sure he don't get hired because he's trying to stick their hands in their pockets, which that's going to hurt them because the NFL makes $14 billion a year.
He'll get hired again after the lawsuit, and more than likely, like most big businesses, there'll be a settlement. And what he's done will impact the NFL because they have made sure that it will not impact society as a whole. That was the whole reason for the subterfuge. And while we're on the subject, please go to YouTube and watch the video on why he took a knee. A veteran told him to take a knee. The powers that be left that out because they needed the veterans to be disrespected for the public to support what they did to Kaepernick. Take the time out and watch the video. You judge for yourself. I'm a veteran. And what he did is not disrespect, and it was something I learned from the video. Taking a knee is not a disrespect. It's actually respecting the flag at the same time, protesting or showing love to a fallen member. So it's all in the video.
So to say, being respectful, like just not, well, not, doing something without being disrespectful.
Yes,
I'm making my stance, but I'm not disrespecting the veterans.
If you're going to do the position is if you're going to do that during the anthem to get the view, to show that you're not against the flag, that you're bringing attention to your cause during the national anthem, is to take a knee. Please go watch the video because that's where he got it from. It was actually, he was disrespecting, quote unquote, the national anthem when he sat down. That's why the veteran wrote him the letter about sitting down. Please go watch the video.
On that note, here's the thing. He's just, like I said, he's suing the NFL. In my opinion, you think he's going to play again? I don't think he's ever going to play again. I would like to see him play again, but I don't think it's going to happen because you're suing the NFL. It's an egregious situation.
And that's why he has to play again.
And, well, that remains to be seen. I don't think he's going to play. I hope he plays. You think he's going to play?
I think he's going to play because they have to show that they are not the monsters that they let out the gate. They have all of this power. This is supposed to be fair trade between the players and the owners. That's why you have the owners committee and you have the players association, quote unquote, the players union. Now what they did goes outside the scope of what they agreed upon. So he has to play again for them to show that what they did might have been malice, but we've seen the error of our ways and we'd like to sit down and correct it so that this would not happen to another Colin Kaepernick. That's what's going to happen.
Well, with
it's all politics.
Colin Kaepernick's situation is, I commend him because he did something that he believed in. He put it all on the line.
Yes.
Just like a lot of great other athletes did. Muhammad Ali did. John Carlos did in the Olympics. And I just hope it works out for him. But what he did was he stuck up for what he believed in, right? What he did was admirable. And let's just see, because the Eagles are playing the Cowboys this weekend. Like I was stating to you before, I haven't seen Malcolm Jenkins put the fist up. I haven't seen that.
He's not going to.
He's not going to.
Well, actually, the fist was the alternative to show that he wants to keep solidarity, but he doesn't want to take the chance of the same thing happening to Kaepernick happening to him because he used the same method.
And I wonder one more thing in closing. I wonder if Eric Reed is going to take the knee, because I didn't really pay close attention the last time he played, but I wonder if he's going to take the knee, because Eric Reed was one of the first guys who actually
nobody's going to take the knee anymore. The NFL has done everything they could to make that go away. That's why all of us veterans became a victim of their circumstances. It had nothing to do with us. They couldn't find a big enough or powerful enough force to stop the support that this man was gaining. Almost the entire players' league, every player, whether they agreed or disagreed, in solidarity, were all starting to kneel. If you go back before Kaepernick disappeared, whole teams were kneeling, And the ones that didn't kneel, they stayed in the locker room. Way too much power for one man to have to be able to influence the entire playing league to follow him, whether they agreed or disagreed, just in solidarity as a brotherhood. So you're not going to see it again because they don't ever want a chance that the next time it may cost them their $14 billion a year business.
Well, good luck to Colin Kaepernick,
Yes.
like I said, and keep doing what you're doing, brother. And I'm with you, so keep doing what you're doing.
Personally, all the veterans are behind you.
Another situation I want to talk about, something you might be familiar with, team of yours. We're going to switch it to basketball. I recently was really keying in on watching Kawhi Leonard, one of the biggest
heartbreaker
superstars in the NBA.
We got another
best two-way player probably in the game. It was a big controversy about Kawhi Leonard being hurt, not, saying he was not as hurt as he was led on to. It was a big thing where players got involved and said he can come back. Ultimately, Kawhi Leonard left the San Antonio Spurs and wound up playing for the Toronto Raptors. Right now, as of today, Toronto Raptors have the best record in the league, and Kawhi Leonard looks like he's even better than ever. And more importantly, Kawhi Leonard is showing everybody that he can lead a team. And he wasn't just a guy under Greg Popovich's system. So my question is this making Greg Popovich look bad? Is this making the Spurs organization look bad? Or it's just a situation where Kawhi Leonard had his time in San Antonio and he just wanted to go elsewhere? So I'm going to ask you because, you the Spurs fan. I respect the Spurs, but I'm not a Spurs fan.
I personally think what that came down to was upper management. Upper management is not really... Upper management, owners of teams are not all about championships. They're all about the revenue that comes with going from regular season to playoff to championship. There's a certain amount of money that you win at each phase of the road to the championship and the winning of the championship. I think Kawhi Leonard was injured, and unfortunately a lot of players come back and play injured. If you get time, check out any of the great NFL players today and look at the shape that some of them are in. If any of you guys remember Earl Campbell, check out a video of Earl Campbell today, and Earl Campbell, when the time he drugged that guy across the field for a touchdown, at least 10 yards. Earl Campbell could barely walk. You know how many times Earl Campbell played hurt? Pick any great player. A lot of them played hurt. They go in the locker room, they hit him with that Novocaine where you really don't feel it, and they play. Getting back to Kawhi, Kawhi is one of the first players that says, I'm really still hurt and I'm not playing. Well, your contract, okay. And his teammates, if you're not Kawhi Leonard, you can't say he's hurt. And the doctor can only say, under my professional advice and opinion, he could play. So you don't know if he's faking it or he was really still injured and wasn't comfortable with coming back less than 100%. The year went by, he's with another team, he's 100% now. Now he's playing 100%. And like he said, their team is killing him, and he's leading the team in ability and leadership on the court. So I say he was hurt, and for the Spurs, shame on you. We should have kept him. That was our next championship.
Well, you heard it here. He's a little salty if y'all don't notice. Kawhi Leonard is no longer with the Spurs. He's with the Toronto Raptors, and Toronto looks like one of the solid teams in the East. So, Boston was supposed to be the favorite. It's still early, but Boston, look out. I like the Bucks, Greek Freak. Y'all guys better look out because Kawhi Leonard, a.k.a. Sugar K. Leonard, the name that was given him by the great Shaquille O'Neal, they coming, so look out for them. Now, sticking with basketball, we had this incident with Draymond Green and Kevin Durant. Now,
I've heard of some.
It was a big argument on the court where Kevin Durant wanted the ball to end the game, to particularly maybe win the game, or if they missed a shot, they would have went into overtime. It turned into this big fiasco where it was claimed that Draymond Green came out and said something personal that he shouldn't say. We're talking about what's going to happen with free agency comes up with Kevin Durant, which is a no-no you shouldn't do if that's what he really said. So my thing is, I'm thinking you have Steph Curry, he ain't going nowhere. You have Klay Thompson. I doubt if he goes anywhere. And they wouldn't want to let Kevin Durant go. Because, mind you, Kevin Durant did take a pay cut so they can keep Sean Livingston and Andre Iguodala to keep this championship team going, keep the run going. But my question to anybody, well, my question to people, and my question to you is, if you had to get rid of somebody, who would you get rid of? Who would you let go? You got Steph Curry ain't going anywhere.
No.
You got Klay Thompson, who's a free agent.
That's Batman and Robin.
One of the best shooters to ever play the game. I doubt
Batman
he
and
goes
Robin. You
anywhere.
can't get rid of Batman.
Then you got Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers to ever step on the court. 6'10", almost 7 foot wingspan, can pull from 30 like Stephen A. Smith like to say. And you got Draymond Green, one of the toughest players in the game, can guard 5 positions, can run the floor, can do it all. If you were a manager, what would you do?
Me personally, I'm sorry, I keep Javon.
You would keep Draymond Green.
I need that defense.
Because Shaquille O'Neal did say something. And everybody thinks Kevin Durant, great player. I would pay to see him play.
Yes.
One of the best to ever do it, period. But let's not forget, they did win the championship without Kevin Durant.
This is why I said Draymond
I'm going to say
Green.
what I got to say. Like I said before, I'm unapologetic, so whoever gets offended, too bad for you. If the league didn't kick Draymond out of that game, let's not forget Golden State was up 3-1.
Yes. And Draymond got kicked out, what, 2 games, 3 games?
1 game. But they would have won again.
Yeah.
So, and that was out without Kevin Durant.
That
Now,
was a swinging momentum.
my opinion, Kevin Durant's a great player. Golden State is a great team. They're well coached. They're like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
The difference is Kevin Durant makes them damn near unstoppable. That's what it
He
is.
was that missing piece.
And if Kevin Durant is smart, which I think he is, in my opinion, why leave Golden State? You're in a prime position. These guys are in their 20s. They got the best team. It's the likelihood they're going to win again.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to play in this fabulous new arena. So why would you leave? Why would you leave? Why would you?
Well, you asked would I get rid of him?
No, yeah, but
As
I'm just
a
telling you
manager,
this.
I said I would keep Draymond.
Right,
Now,
I heard what you
if
said.
he don't want to go, then that means as either a manager or as a coach, I sit down with you 2 guys, and I said, cut this out. Our main objective
Let's
is
go win these
to get that
championships.
chip. You don't like him, don't invite him to your daughter's birthday party. You don't like him, don't invite him to your Thanksgiving dinner. Leave it at that. When we get on this court, practice and game, we one team. I don't want to see this again. Let's go get that ring.
Yeah, I don't. A lot of people think he's going to leave Golden State. I wouldn't want him to leave Golden State. I don't think he should. I think he'll be in a prime position to stay with Golden State. I mean, if he goes to the Knicks, okay, you're not going to win there.
Going for the money.
But
If you all about
I'm pretty sure Golden State will give him the money. I'm pretty sure Golden State will give him the money.
Oh yeah. But once again, we talking about the camaraderie between you and Draymond. You gotta remember, once again, Draymond Green is a part of the original championship team. And if you remember them games, when they got down and dirty, the guy that went and got them rebounds and steals and put their body in the way was him.
Yeah, of
So
course.
once again, as a manager, if I
Draymond-
had to choose between
Draymond
my
is-
original championship team and that missing piece, maybe we just get another Kevin Durant. Or other than that, look at we gonna play nice.
I ain't gonna say that because you
One
won't
and two.
find another Kevin Durant. You might find another significant piece, but you ain't gonna find no Kevin Durant.
But once again,
that's a player that you ain't gonna.
Okay.
There's no other player like that.
Did we win without him? Did we win before he got there?
Of course. you
So
said that.
then he's
That's
actually,
what I'm saying. You get another
I'm saying
piece.
again, yes, another piece. That's why I said another Draymond, another Durant. Maybe not the exact model, like,
Yeah, another guy
piece.
could-
Like I said, because my core team consists of what I call the new Rodman, Draymond Green. I'll keep him.
Yeah,
I'll take my chances.
I mean, he's one of them.
If I'm wrong,
he's
I'm
one of
wrong.
them guys. You know,
Yes.
he can be a little chippy, but that's part of his
Yeah, that's his-
personality, and that what
So
makes
was
him
Rodman.
go.
So was
because,
Rodman.
you know,
Loved him to death.
I bet any player that played before him, all those great players, would pick that guy because you know what you're gonna get with him. You're gonna get 110% with this guy every time.
Night. When they was
and
losing,
you can't teach that.
He refused to leave the floor.
You can't teach that.
No.
So I mean, that remains to be seen. Kevin Durant's a free agent. Klay Thompson's a free agent. I'm betting that he stays in Golden State. And if I was a betting man and I had to choose, which I am a betting man sometimes. I mean, not say if I was, I am. If they had to choose, they can't keep everybody. If they don't have the money, I think they might let Draymond go. They might do that. But then again, knowing Golden State and how, upper management, they do an excellent job. I think, don't be surprised if those guys are still there, all four of them, because they have a great thing going. And Kevin Durant, why would you leave a great thing for an okay thing? I doubt if you go play with LeBron. LeBron is the type of player that he demands the ball, he wants to hold the ball, and you want to go somewhere where, like you said, he even said this before out of his own mouth. He never played basketball the way he played in Golden State. If you watch him in Russell Westbrook, it was always okay, you get yours, I get mine. Yes. The ball never moved around. Right. These guys are, like I said, they're a well-oiled machine. The ball's going to rotate, and if it doesn't matter who scores. If you're hot one night, Steph Curry's probably one of the most unselfish superstars in the game, along with Klay Thompson. And Draymond Green is going to give you a little bit of everything. He's going to pass. He's going to run the court. He's going to block. He's going to guard whoever. So you're in a prime position. So in closing, if I was Kevin Durant, of course you might test free agency. That's business. But, most likely, Golden State's going to give you that money. So if I was him, look out. I'll just go like this. Kevin Durant will still be in a Golden State uniform. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but most of the time I'm right. Yeah. Kevin Durant will be in Golden State next season.
I think they're gonna keep him, and Green gonna find a way to coexist.
Okay. I want to get into one of your favorite players who's no longer playing for your team. One of the best players, probably, they said one of the top maybe 3-4 running backs in the NFL, Le'Veon Bell. Now, Le'Veon Bell didn't take the $14 million
and the franchise tag. That was the deal killer.
John Connor, good running back, but
need a little more time.
He's a good running back.
He
did his job. He got hurt.
He'll be ready.
Good running back, but he ain't Le'Veon Bell. No disrespect to him. Solid. I watched him play, but he's not Le'Veon Bell. Now, the likelihood of Le'Veon Bell playing for the Steelers again is not going to happen. I think the way he left the team and how things went, his time with the Steelers is done. Who you think would grab Le'Veon Bell?
His running style, who would pay for him? Washington. Him and Peterson together. Remember, if you got two big men in the backfield like that.
Well, Peterson is great, but Peterson is on his way out. I think
if you got
Le'Veon Bell will be the feature back, and they get another young back. I think they would keep wouldn't use Peterson.
He's experienced. You're trying to get that chip.
But Peterson is on his way out.
But if you get another young guy, you got to start over. Get Peterson, get Bell, get the chip, and then we'll think about that.
First of all,
we ain't got no chip. Let's get a chip.
They're going to need way more than Bell and Peterson.
Not the way they're playing right now. Other than the quarterback getting hurt, that team looked like they were on their way.
Their secondary is shaky.
But with Peterson
Peterson and Le'Veon Bell don't play defense.
But the defense wasn't that bad. There you could have made some adjustments. Or maybe you bring in some special men to work with each player, teach them, get some old timers. They used to do that. I remember Elijah Wan helped somebody out that was a young player. He came in and
them guys were still in prime position. No, Adrian Peterson is not the same running back he was when he was an MVP. He's not. He's on his way out.
He's better.
He had one big run the other night. He's on his way out.
But he creates what they need.
Le'Veon Bell's on his way out.
Bell,
I agree with that.
If you got Bell, look at the Steelers. How much a better player is Antonio Brown now that we got Juju? Because you have two threats. We don't know who to guard sometimes.
Antonio Brown was still a better player than when they had Martavius Bryant. But they just got rid of Bryant. That's all.
But so Bryant didn't bring the attention.
At one point, you thought Juju Smith-Schuster was better than Martavius Bryant?
No. What I'm saying is that They let that guy go. Without a Robin Batman.
Antonio Brown is a young dude. He ain't old like that.
We ain't talking about age.
veteran,
We're
but he's
talking
young.
about.
You just said some old veterans. You just said vets.
Because sometimes a vet, I like a vet better because a vet teaches the younger
Sometimes,
player
man,
the
you gotta
little
know when to
tricks.
cut bait, man. You gotta know when to cut bait. I love
We trying
Adrian
to win the
Peterson, but
championship.
Adrian Peterson, I love Peterson, man. It hurts me to say this.
So let Peterson
He's done,
go.
man. He almost done.
He almost
I love
done.
Peterson, but he's almost
key
done.
Word, almost done. If we get, if the Redskins take Bell and Peterson next season together, they got at least one more good shot.
If I was the Jets,
Nah,
I'm going after Bell.
Nah, that's
because
the next team.
Bell is still young.
Yep.
You got some young pieces there.
Yeah, there
and they
you
can
go.
make some noise, and they defense. I'm going after Bell.
That's
the Redskins,
if
no,
you're the
man,
Jets,
no.
You asked me.
Peterson,
If I was the Redskins,
done,
I would go after him.
I love Peterson, but
Because
he's done. I'm sorry.
if Peterson is on his way out, Bell comes in. What a beautiful transition. We might win a chip with Peterson, but if we don't, when Peterson leave, we got Bell. And then we bring in that young guy. Give it one more shot with the vet and the young upstart superstar player that we just got. Don't do like the Knicks and get one player to carry a whole team. If you get Bell and Peterson together, you ain't got to bank on Peterson carrying the backfield. You got two dudes together.
Talking about one player.
I mean, as a comparison.
In the 90s?
I'm talking about every time you talk about the Knicks have been known to get one player and burn him out trying to carry the team. Back to the football. You got Peterson right now carrying your backfield. If you bring Bell in, Peterson no longer has to carry alone. You got one more good shot before Peterson is out of the game.
Okay,
we got one more
I
good
hear what
shot.
you're saying that, but still.
Okay, but
you talking all offense. I ain't hear you say nothing about no defense.
Hold on, you asked
everything
me,
you said was
you
all
asked
offense.
me about.
So you think Peterson and Bell gonna run them up and they're gonna win like that?
No. When it comes to scoring,
now what about when Peterson and Bell got to sit down and the defense got to go on and they ain't got no secondary?
You didn't ask me to build a defense.
I shouldn't have to ask you that. You know the game. I shouldn't have to ask you about the secondary.
I can't. You asked me about where Bell is going.
The game ain't one-sided.
We ain't talking about the. If you want to talk about the other side, it's a whole nother animal. They need to tweak their defense.
You should know this.
I know this, but you asked me about the offense.
They one team won with offense alone. Not one.
We wasn't talking about the defense. We were talking about Bell. Does Bell play offense and defense? Offense. You was asking me where I thought Bell would fit in. I think Bell
would be a good piece of the Jets.
Actually, if you really want to throw it out there, given the climate right now, I could see Bell with the Chiefs. With the climate right now and the way policies is, I could see Andy Reid knocking on his door right now. Bell, you ready to run again? There. That's one spot that need a man. What's the name? Redskins. Who else is in it? And then you know what? I hate to say it and can't stand them. Watch out for the Patriots. Hate that team.
No, they signing with no Patriots.
Look at it. Money is king. Many players said they wasn't going to win.
Okay, here you say money is king. Patriots have a history of they don't pay nobody. Just like the Steelers. They don't pay nobody.
Oh, really?
Only person got paid on that team was Tom Brady.
Nah, maybe not as much as Tom Brady.
I don't even want to talk about him. No longer than this little 30 seconds he going to get.
If his tag is that big, they might not.
They don't pay nobody.
Okay.
And neither do your team, the Steelers, because if they
Steelers pay, they just don't pay.
No. We not doing that. You can sit all day.
Okay,
we not doing that.
How many?
The Steelers don't pay nobody.
How many Elliots and how many Packs on your team getting that kind of money?
They're rookies. They're gonna get that money. They didn't get to their rookie contracts yet. That's why.
Okay,
let's get back.
So who on your team a veteran that's making $20 million right now?
Veteran players
and more than one. Since you're saying I only got one high fly player. How many multi-million dollar
players? With you is the veterans. You one of them veterans.
You just said they knew they got rookie contract. So now to prove your point, name several players on your team who are not in their rookie part of their future that's making that money. Since you're saying we only play Ben, they only play Brady.
Am I fabricating this?
No, I'm asking you who on your team. Show me where on your team everybody's got a balanced money.
First of all, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott is going through rookie contracts.
That's why I said veteran.
Ezekiel Elliott will get big money soon.
We're not talking about them right now. Because you said
you're gonna have to pay You're gonna have to pay that kid DeMarcus Lawrence, one of the best defensive players in the game.
Is he in his rookie years?
They're coming. Their contracts about to be
talking
up,
about that.
and they're about to come out up on big money.
Presently,
rookie.
Presently
you always
right
stuck
now.
on this veteran
No,
talk.
because
give it up with this veteran
because you're
stuff.
talking about somebody that got a fat contract.
Sometimes when it's over, it's over. Veteran, it's over
until it's over.
Listen,
a veteran ain't over until they carry him off the field.
Man, like I said, the Patriots and the Steelers don't pay nobody. Because if the Steelers did pay anybody, we wouldn't be talking about Le'Veon Bell going anywhere else.
I agree.
Pay the man.
I'm mad
He's one of the best
him.
running backs in the league.
I wasn't in the contract.
He's a multi-talented back.
I agree.
You can use him. You can dump the ball off to him. You can use him as a receiver. You can use him as do multiple things. Pay the man.
All that in tow. When they
paid Ben Roethlisberger.
They paid Ben. I wasn't there.
And how good that panned out. When the last time y'all even smelt the Super Bowl, giving him all that money?
They took a chance. I mean, everybody does.
And how long has Brady been around? Early in the season, I don't want to hear nothing from y'all.
Rivers.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Rivers, Stanford. There's a bunch of quarterbacks. They didn't win nothing.
Well, this is what I'm going to say. Hopefully Le'Veon Bell will get signed. He deserves it. He's a big-time player. And we'll see. And on closing, I want to see the Steelers beat the Patriots. Until the Steelers beat the Patriots, I don't want to hear nothing about the Steelers.
To be continued. Steeler Nation.